Hi. Hey. Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome all the students, heads of the departments, and the resource people from Seventh Sense People Development Solutions, as well as Ms. Diksha Gowda from UNDP. I welcome you all for this orientation program. United Nations Development Program, all of you know, is a global development network of United Nations, and it promotes technical and investment cooperation among nations. So, in this regard, we are having from Seventh Sense People Development Solutions. They are here to speak about orient all students about the Entrepreneurship Development Program, which is exclusively meant for rural areas, uh, colleges which falls under rural areas, and our college has been selected one. So I request all the people to kindly mute yourself, and you can ask your if there is any queries, you can ask the resource person later on, or you can post in your chat box also. So I once again welcome Ms. Diksha Gowda from UNDP, Mr. Sagar, he's the trainer, and Ms. Anusha from Seven Sense People Development Solutions. Over to you, Mr. Sagar.
Thank you, ma'am. A very good afternoon, everyone. Very good afternoon, faculty, and very good afternoon, students. Thank you for making your time here and being here. And special thanks to the faculty for spending their valuable time with us for this discussion on Entrepreneurship Development Program, which has been conducted by Sunsense in collaboration with UNDP, United Nations Development Program. So, in today's discussion, we are going to talk about what is entrepreneurship development program, who's an entrepreneur, what is entrepreneurship, what is social entrepreneurship, who's a social entrepreneur, and how are we going to conduct training sessions for you people, and why these regions have been selected, why rural regions have been selected, and that is also a very important thing what we have to know before we get into the training program. So starting off with so and before starting off, I want to make one point clear to all the participants in here. We want to have a very healthy conversation, so I urge you people to use the chat box very actively. So in the sessions, we will be having discussions during the sessions, and also post sessions, whatever doubts or discussion points you want to make, or any suggestions you want to give us, you can make a note of it during the session. Post session, we will be having 10 or 15 minutes odd to discuss about these things. Those can be mentioned at that time. Sure. Okay. So I believe you have all noticed the chat box over here on your screen. Okay. So before starting off, I want to tell you few reasons why these regions have been selected. One of the Geetanjali mentioned that rural regions have been focused. Yes, rural regions have been focused because the reason why the rural regions have been focusing is one thing is we have a lot of talent in rural areas in India, but these rural talents, what happens is due to various reasons, maybe because of the pressure, family pressure, maybe financial aspects, and so many other reasons, they don't follow their passion, they leave out their dreams in between and get back to the routine of completing a graduation, then going back to the same routine what everyone else do. They have more potential, they get back to the same routine, get to some jobs. Maybe most of the scenarios where I have seen, there are people who are working in the jobs or in the positions which they are not making, like they are capable of something more, but still they are consoling themselves and being in there because they are insecure of so many other things. So that is one reason. And this program, what does this do is we are going to recognize those kind of people, give them opportunities, give them a platform, give them a place where they can come and exposure themselves to the uh, market and make their dreams come true. So every individual, every student, every person has some dreams, is what I believe in. So everyone thinks of a better tomorrow. True? If yes, please post yes in the chat box. Let's just check if you're able to access chat box. Yes. Is everyone uh, planning for a better tomorrow? Yes. Yes. So of course, everyone thinks of a better tomorrow. No one thinks of a uh, worse tomorrow or a tomorrow where we are not in this position. True. So everyone dreams of a better tomorrow. Everyone is dreaming of more opportunities to come to their place, come to their position where they can have access to them and become a much better person than today. True. Yes. So we'll go ahead now. So the very first thing what I want to discuss with you is who's an entrepreneur from your perspective. I don't want a proper answer or a statement which defines an entrepreneur. I just want you to know what do you think about an entrepreneur? What is your perspective? Who's an entrepreneur? Just one word is also fine. If you think just one word, maybe like creative, true, something like that. Who's an entrepreneur? You might have seen many business people, right? Who runs his own business. True, very good. Who runs his own business. Usually what we think of entrepreneur in today's world is, when I say entrepreneur, someone might think Kunal Shah, who has started Cred, or someone like Agarwal, who has started Ola. True. Innovation, very good. Creates his own idea. Risk-taking capability, very nice. Who makes money by starting business, very good. So, okay. Can we have more responses? Like, we have so many participants. I must be short with so many bullets of answers. Who can bet both ups and downs? Very good, super. Use employment, very nice. Startup, right? Creates his or her own opportunities. Tycoon, who takes it, super, super. Who looks for high achievements with innovative thinking, right? So the common aspects what we see in an disruptor, oh, super, disruptor in the market. These are the common characteristics an entrepreneur will be having, like who possesses these common characteristics. Risk taker, who looks at an opportunities, grabs them, and makes a difference in the society. So this is what an entrepreneur should possess. These are the things what we'll be discussing in the program, like how do you grab an opportunity, creative thinking, idea generation, post that idea, how do you develop that idea into the reality. So there might be so many ideas. Every individual will be having some idea. Say for example, someone will be thinking of okay, we are still getting answers, very nice. Stability in both profit and loss, understand, very nice. Patience is also one of the key factor in entrepreneurship process. So there are so many ideas with every individual, but can we convert it into business? At times yes, and at times no. The reason why, because there are so many other factors behind idea. Because I always say this in my sessions, idea is just 1% of what you want to do. Idea comprises only 1%. Rest 99% is execution. How do you execute and where do you execute are the key factors. 1%, and very usually what we come across in students is, so I have this idea, can we do it, this will become boom in the market. And so, and see, we can never assure what happens in the market, how a customer thinks, what is a customer's perspective. Because a standard example for that would be electric vehicles. You can go back and check when were electric vehicles invented. Electric vehicles were invented back a long back, but electric vehicles are into use very recent. Even today, like it's not, we are not everyone is using electric vehicles. Very less percent of population is using electric vehicles. Why? Because around the time when electric vehicles were invented, diesel locomotive engines were very like feasible, which were available at very low price, and diesel also was available for very low price. And no one thought about the adversities what diesel engines would cause us after a century. So after a century, we realized It's okay, pollution is being caused. We are having so many problems due to this pollution. Our environment is getting harmed. Our own health is getting harmed. So now we are shifting to electric vehicles. So the person who invented it never got the benefit what he should have gotten. Maybe not the recognition also, but it was his idea, which was a century ahead. After a century we are thinking about those things, but he had thought a century, 100 years before. So the innovation is a key factor in the business. So how do you, what market needs is also another aspect, another side of the coin. So these things have to come together to start off a product. So in this program what we do is, what we get, whatever ideas you have, that ideas will be nourished. Those ideas will be nourished by market experts, jury, people who have done it before, people who have already worked on it and are successful, and by trainers, so that once your idea gets into the market, you will be a kind of safe or more confident about what your idea is or your product is. So this was just a small briefing of what EDP is and what do you get in EDP. So we'll get into more detail about this thing. Okay. So now, before getting into that, I also want to know who's a social entrepreneur. Social entrepreneur. We spoke about entrepreneur, right? A risk taker, creative, who is uh, grabbing the opportunities in the market, who starts his own business. Who's a social entrepreneur now? Just one more word has been added: social. Why is he called social entrepreneur? Who brings difference to the society? Very good. Who's a social entrepreneur? Again, this can be in your own words, a small one word or two words. Solves environmental issues. People who work for the benefit of the society, growth with entire society. Very good. Growth with entire society. Potential to solve community problems. Very nice. Creating social impact through their products. Say, for example, for social entrepreneurship, uh, there are so many brands of clothes. So there is one particular brand which is Fab India. In the initial days of Fab India, how it started was the promoter of the company used to work with the widows only. She used to train widows in hand embroidery and uh, handlooms, then ask them to uh, make the products of their own designs, take those products and sell it to the premium customers. The reason why premium customers I mentioned is handloom is a sector, is a kind of organic textile. We can call it as an organic textile where there is intense labor work. So they are not getting the kind of notice what they have to get. Who works more to society than for self and loves. Yeah, that's one of the answer. One of your friend has mentioned, who works more to society than for self and loves involved into problem society like his or her personal problems. Very nice. Exactly what a social entrepreneur means. So these social, what do these people do is, they see a common problem in the society, they select a particular society or a community, look at their problems and come out with a business plan or an idea which will not just develop them, the promoter, but also the entire society to them with them. So we are getting some very good answers now. A person who pursues novel applications that have the potential to solve community based problems. Very nice. Super. So these people will not just uplift their lives, but the community's life, the entire community. The people who are involved into it will get employability. They'll get their standard of living will increase, which will also their manufactured products will also add on to GDP and the entire country's growth. So these people are the roots of the manufacturing or roots of the community development. So a very novel work, what we can say for social entrepreneurship. So this is also been focused in our program during EDP. We also uh, uh, uplift these social entrepreneurs who have ideas which can uplift the entire community or the society, because the impact of social entrepreneurship is way more than the just the commercial what we guess, because it is tapping those untapped zones of the community or the society. Okay, so now we'll get back to our EDP program. We'll speak and discuss more about our EDP program, what we are going to do in this uh, sessions, what we are going to conduct. Okay, so I'll just share my screen so that you people also can see. Okay, can you all see my screen? A couple of us will be good, or no also will do good, so that we can adjust if it isn't. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. So our program name is Kanasu Nanasu. Kanasu is your dream. Nanasu is getting it to reality. So those dreams, which are ideas, we want those dreams and those ideas to come into reality and have a very good impact on our society and the society where you are living in. So here we are working with the UNDP for this EDP program. What do we have in this program is training, boot camps, mentorship, and acceleration support. So this is one of the best programs which you have gotten. It's a very good opportunity going ahead, because the people whom you are going to interact during these sessions, be it offline sessions or online sessions, are the people who have achieved something in their life, who are very experienced, who have worked on some very great ideas. So going ahead, what is the scope of the program? What are the objectives and scope of our program? So we are working in 3 districts, as we spoke earlier: Raichur, Bengaluru Rural, and Dakshin Kannada. These are the 3 districts where we are working. So we are going to train more than 5,000 youths in this across 3 districts. So among these, with these 5,000 plus youths, we are also going to train and orient and train around 150 plus faculties. When I say 5,000 plus or 150 plus, we are not restricting numbers to 5,000 or 150. The numbers will be anything above 5,000 or 150 only. So in this, and also the reason why we mention youth here is we are not also restricting to colleges. We are going beyond colleges. We are also tying up with the non-institutions like ABVP, SEDOC. We are working with PMKVY. We are also working with Leo clubs, Rotary clubs, other youth clubs, where there are young people young active people who want to do something on their own. We are working with them. We are guiding them. We are uh, being associated with them. So for EDP program. So in this EDP program, once we train 5,000 plus youth during the training, you will undergo various kinds of session wherein you will be learning idea creation, problem solving, creative thinking, managerial skills, some key aspects which are required to run a business or start the show. Okay, so from these 5,000 ideas, 5,000 youth, we might get some n number of ideas. So because we are not restricting one person for one idea, you can have 2 or 3 in your group. So you can work as a group, have another of your friend or any other person, 2 or 3 can come up with one idea after our EDP program. So those ideas will be uploaded on a common platform for across 3 districts. These platforms will be common, and these ideas will be screened from jury, and those ideas will be filtered to around 700 plus ideas. So these 700 plus students or youths will get opportunity to visit boot camps. We conduct boot camps for these whatever ideas have been shortlisted, these people will go to the boot camps. What happens in boot camps is, here you'll be having market experts and jury to screen your ideas. The reason why we do this is, we don't want you people to come out with an idea which is not sustainable in the market in the near future, or no, like which doesn't have a market. So we want to screen those ideas. It doesn't mean like those ideas will never work out. It is just that a insurance policy, we can shape it as an insurance policy. Before getting into market, the people who are already in market will be knowing what runs in market, what not, uh, products might not run in the market, what challenges you can face, be it technical or managerial issues you can come across in future. All these things will be discussed with the idea generators, the youth who have come up with those respective ideas. Of those 700, around 200 will be taken to the next phase of the program, wherein we'll do industry linkages and mentorship for their products. Industry linkages means you will be having industry visits and the linkages to your products. Say, for example, like very recently, UNDP had helped some people nearby Raichur. Like in Raichur district, there's a village from wherein a few women work together and design few products. So these products were they were finding a market for this, and so one of the UNDP person connected them to some other in nearby to Mysore or somewhere there. So they had knew that there was some requirement over there. So they connected them to the customer, so that they got one market to sell their products, which is very important. So in the same way, your products will also be like we getting industry linkages, not just industry linkages, but also for the institutional linkages where you need products. Say, for example, there was one product in, I had met one person who was working on a product wherein he was converting gobar, cow dung to paper. So how do you convert cow dung to paper? Like, he was working on this. He was successful in the trial phases, but how do you know that how? But he was not sure how to convert it into professional way, how to convert it into a manufacturing sector. So we somehow searched and we got, there is an institute which is training student people for this process only, which is in Jaipur, Rajasthan. Krishnappa Institute. Okay, so we connected him over there. He traveled there and he attended the sessions. Then he came to know that there are so many other ways to do paper also. So he learned it there. So in this way, linkages will be done so that you will get more knowledge and how to explore and how to make your product more better and get a better market. So of these these 200 will be getting these things, and next top 15 ideas will be screened. These top 15 ideas will be getting incubation and acceleration support program, which means, and also in addition to this, you will be getting 1 lakh seed fund as a capital for your business. When I say seed fund capital, it doesn't mean it is a prize money for your participation. It means you should start off your business. Once you start off your business, this 1 lakh will act as a capital. And when I also mention capital, it doesn't mean you'll have to pay back to us that 1 lakh, or interest will be added to that 1 lakh or anything as such. No, this is not, it is a non-refundable amount which will be given for you to start off your business. Okay, so we go ahead and look what are the phases in which we work. Okay, so as I said, the process is very lengthy, like working in 3 districts, having 5,000 plus youths for training. After 5,000 plus, we are getting down to 700, then to 200, then to 15. So it's a lengthy process. So we have 5 levels for this program. Shiksha is the first phase where we are exactly now. Shiksha is the phase where we orient, inspire, and guide students, train them on EDP in this first phase, which is named as Shiksha, education. Okay, so in this phase, we identify youths youths who require this, who are in need of this program, orient them, train them on EDP, give them the basic knowledge about the business, basic managerial skills, basic entrepreneurial skills. Then the next phase starts. The second phase, pragati, means advancing the skills what the first phase has been gotten. So once you have been trained on ideation, once you have been trained on problem solving and other managerial skills, you'll be taken to the next phase of training program, which is pragati, wherein you'll have to submit your ideas. Whatever ideas you have gotten, you'll have to submit and start working on them, making prototypes of your products, back testing your products. Will it actually work? Can we make it into real? So when I mention cow dung to paper, uh, most of the people will be like, how can cow dung be converted into paper? Is that true or no? Are you aware of it, about the process or anything like that? You can mention yes or no. If yes, it means like you want to know how we think, how can that be possible? I have never thought cow dung can be converted into paper. See, cow dung can be converted into paper. How is the question? How it, see, there is fiber content in the cow dung, which, and also fiber content in the paper. Paper is being made by pulp, so that is again fiber from the wood. So this cow dung also has fiber, so that can also be converted to paper. Most of the people think, oh, paper will be stinky, then I can, if you open that book or if you hold that paper, it smells bad. Maybe someone might think, but no, it will not. That is what the process is. That is where the funda is. The main funda is in the process. So this process and all these things will be discussed in pragati. Then going to unnati. What is unnati? Unnati is making prototypes. Once the process is finalized, working on those process. Will this process work? Back testing. Will this process work, or we have to adopt some other process, or we'll have to drop this thing. All these things will be converted in, will happen in unnati. And also once your prototypes are ready, and your incubation will start off. Your incubation will happen, your company incubation, like registering your company, your trade name, trademark, all those things will happen in unnati. Next comes vyapara. Vyapara is once you start off, once your incubations and retesting, everything will happen in unnati. You'll start off your business. The top 15 or 20 or the 200 or 100 ideas, they will decide to start their own enterprises. They start running the business. So that is vyapara. Even there we will be guiding you. Last comes sayoga. Sayoga is nurturing the support ecosystem. Sayoga is nothing but cooperation. Will be working with you, like wherever you need our help, you can contact us. And if you can't contact us, or if you have misplaced our contacts or anything like what we have shared in the sessions, you can go back to the faculties whom we have trained or oriented in your college. We will be in touch with them, or they will be having our contact details. They will get back to us, so that whatever help you need, we'll try to make it. Like maybe like if you have any managerial issues, if you have any technical issues, if you need more training regarding your product, technical training or managerial training, that can also be helped. Okay, so any suggestions from market experts you need, you are going through some tough phase, all those things will be sorted in Sayoga. Okay, so can we move it? Just, yeah, can we move it, guys? Yes. Oh, nice. Okay, so now, so getting more detail into Siksha phase. Siksha is, as we discussed, Siksha is the first phase of your program, wherein orientation, EDP training, all this classroom training and managerial training will be given here. Here, you'll also be trained on how to, there's a common issue. Like every time once we conduct, maybe like whenever we speak, there are so many people or so many students who say, "Sir, idea, how do you get an idea?" Okay, Newton sat below the tree, then some apple fell down or something like happened and he got some idea. How do you, like everyone sees that, but very few will recognize it. Why? Because they think about it. So all these things will be discussed in EDP. So how, what will happen in EDP is idea creation and problem solving, managerial skills. And if they have an idea already, we can start off discussing or brainstorming about the ideas and what things they want to do. Maybe like recognizing what are the skills of the students will also happen in Siksha, because one should be skilled in what they want to do. If they want to start up an IT company, they should be having minimum basic knowledge about IT services and the services what they want to provide in their company. So we skill recognition will also happen. On that skill recognition basis, they can also come with some ideas, and which will help them to grow the business technically. Okay. So here onboarding launch assistance will be given, so enriching whatever the ideas students have, enrolling them into the program. Post that comes the next phase, wherein Pragati. And when we mention EDP will be having the sessions offline and also online sessions. The reason why we have online sessions also, because one reason is COVID. Yes, that is true for the past 1.5 or 2 years. And the other key reason is we have, as I mentioned earlier, we have market experts who will be coming in during your training program, who will be having webinars for you regarding on various sectors, across sectors, maybe some from training sector, some from finance sector, some from agricultural sector, some from science, some from engineering. So all these webinars will be conducted online. The links will be shared, and you'll have to attend those, wherein you will get a lot of knowledge and inputs from the market experts who have already worked on the products or similar kind of products what you are planning to start off, and who have enough experience in those respective fields. So next comes Pragati. Sorry. In Pragati, it's the second phase of the program, wherein your idea will be, once you have an idea, like your idea will be submitted, and working on our idea will start out. So innovative ideas, enabling them, like even the people who have ideas for social entrepreneurship will also be promoted, and brainstorming on those ideas with trainers will be happening in this phase of training in Pragati. So next comes Unnati. After brainstorming, after submitting your ideas, so the next phase is, once you're confident enough of starting off with your ideas, you can go to the Unnati phase. Unnati is registering your enterprise, incubating them. So connecting your enterprises to the incubation centers which are working with the government, maybe like Atal Innovation Lab, and there are so many innovation cells from central government. So you'll be connected to them. For agriculture, there is a separate board. If you are planning for some exports kind of business, artisans exports and all, you'll be connected to FIO and APIDA if you're working for agricultural exports. And if you're working for some other products, then maybe like from a region like Dakshin Kannada, if you're working for any like marine life business related, then you'll be connected to those kind of innovation centers or the boards which are registered with the government, so that you'll get more exposure for your company and the products. So post this, we'll be having Vyapara starting off your business. Your enterprise is registered, incubated, top 200. Everyone who wants to register or start off the business will start off the business. Their support will be given. Then launching your business. Once the business is launched, again, every time when we launch the products, there is always retest, review, research, reinvent, relaunch. Yes. Why do you think you will have to relaunch your product? I need answers for this. In our own words, why do you think you will have to relaunch your product or reinvent? Why? Sir, we had already submitted idea. So many people had their suggestions. After that, we changed it. Post that we submitted our idea. Then again, there were so many scrutinies. Of the 5,000 students, we are the top 15, one among the top 15. We come back again, relaunch. Why? To make sure our idea won't get even submit latest knowledge. Very good. Latest knowledge, latest technology, some upgrades and advantages. Very true. Very true. Why do we want to relaunch? For betterment of the product? Exactly. Who is the king of the market? Who is called the king of the market? Customer. Exactly. Customer is the king. Irrespective of how many people we convince for being the top 15. If we can't, we'll have to again satisfy the needs of the customer. Preferences keep changing. Exactly. Preferences keep changing every day. Preferences will change every day. Like just a decade ago, the mobile phones what we are using today were completely different. True. Why is it this evolution happened? Because of continuous research and innovation. So there is always need for research, reinvent and relaunch of the products every day. So customers satisfactions has to be reached. So as they have mentioned, preferences keep changes. Exactly. Betterment of the product. So there might be some technical issues with the product. There might be some quality problems with the products. So all those things have to be taken, reviews should be taken, work on them, go back, work on them, relaunch your product. So all these things will happen in Vyapara. The reason why we have this here is, again, if any suggestions or inputs required, if you are in need of any suggestions or requirements after starting of the business in the initial days, then again you can get back to people. Then again they'll suggest you where you can go and whom you can reach out to. Then you can come back and relaunch your product with the advancements. Okay. Sayoga is working with you, like giving you suggestions, giving you the inputs about the market. Okay, so after the shortlisting of 10 to 20 finalists, all for them will give more preferences once they start off their businesses. Their innovative products will be like if they have to be patented, all those suggestions and linkages will be given to them. Okay, so this was a briefing about the program what we conduct to you guys in the coming days. So this was all about EDP. So just to give an example on Sayoga or Vyapara, there was one situation with some guys who were working on plastic recycling, not recycling, actually biodegradable plastics. They were working on biodegradable plastics. So they were actually very, the product is something like plastic which is made by flour, starch. So using the starch, corn flour or corn starch or potato starch, you can actually make plastic. Are you aware of this thing? Biodegradable plastic? I need answers, yes or no. Yes. Is it yes or no? Yes. Biodegradable plastic. Very nice. I see so many yes. Is it yes? No. Okay. We have so many participants. This yes or no will let us know if we have to discuss more about this point. Are you people aware of the biodegradable plastic? It isn't economically feasible in comparison to non-biodegradable. Okay. Yes. 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 Very nice. Yes, it isn't economically feasible, but when we compare it to the bags which we
Yes,
buy
sir.
from, okay, economically feasible, but when we compare it to the bags which we buy from the stores for one time, it is feasible, what I personally feel. And these can be made from various starch. So there are two guys who are working on this. These people needed some connections. So those people were sent to Sipet for training. Then from Bangalore Sipet, they had to travel to Bhubaneswar Sipet, where the actual training used to happen. So they were connected over there, and the scheduling was done. So this is how the connection process works. So this is one reason why I took the example of that point. Okay, so guys, this was all about this. These were the all details what I could give about our EDP program. EAP is entrepreneurship awareness. Awareness is nothing but uh, a briefing about why people have to choose entrepreneurship, or how can they choose entrepreneurship. What are the basic skills an entrepreneur should possess. Post that, you'll be having entrepreneurship development program wherein uh, the training will happen on challenge identification, opportunity identification, solution generate, value proposition for your products, outreach of your market, how do you market your project, and all those things. Okay, so this was all about the program. Now we can get into Q&A session. Okay, so if any of the students have any suggestions or questions to make, you can please do raise.
Thank you, Sagar. I
Thank you,
just
ma'am.
request if any students and the heads of the departments, if you have any specifically any questions to ask, you can please ask. Unmute yourself and you can ask.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Sagar. I'm audible?
Good afternoon, sir. Yes, sir, you are
Yeah.
audible, sir.
So actually, I am HOD Civil Engineering from NCET, Dr. DL Venkatesh Babu. Hello.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
We have introduced the management and entrepreneurship course as we too made compulsory subject. There is a management and entrepreneurship on 5th semester.
Okay, sir.
Actually, it is suggested in management subject in 5th, but after your guest lecture, I came to know that it has to be put this information from the 3rd semester onwards in order to encash entrepreneurship.
Okay, sir.
Because 3rd year it is after, or what is your suggestion? So civil
Yes.
department, we have introduced this subject
Yes, sir.
as a part of the curriculum on 5th semester.
Very nice, sir.
Whether it is ideal to be 5th semester or
Sir, what I would suggest for students is, sir, who let them take the training, sir. Like there is no harm. Like it,
no, it is a
they get
compulsory
all the
subject for all
inputs.
the students. It's a
Yes,
compulsory
for
subject.
other semesters, I guess, like for 3rd semester, as you said, sir, they can attend the program. Whoever all are interested can attend the program, grasp the knowledge. They can start working for their products. So they can launch it even during the college days in the incubation center of the college, or post the
Yeah, we are
their
planning
graduation
even
also.
beyond the curriculum also, we are planning validated programs like that.
Yes, sir.
Saturdays, if all the classes, this type of classes are scheduled in Saturdays now.
Yes, sir.
Saturday we dedicated the timetable that to attend all this entrepreneurship, higher education, some innovation, design thinking like that, those classes.
Very nice, sir. Very
It
nice.
will be
That
there in
will.
timetable, but only thing
Yes,
is
sir.
the subject we are given in fifth semester.
Okay, sir. All can participate, sir. Not just fifth semester.
Okay.
All the students can participate.
Okay. Thank you.
And whatever ideas they have, they can work on them.
Mm. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Any other questions or suggestions are always welcome. If you can't unmute or talk to, you can post it on the chat for the students. Okay.
Any other heads of the departments have any queries? Can please put it across.
And I missed one point and during the discussion. I thought I'll get this as a question or a doubt. There is no fees or any kind of financial expectance from students or from the institution for this training program.
Good morning, madam. Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Sir, this is Dr. Venkatesh Kumar from First Year Coordinator, Chief Coordinator. So, regarding this, in a 1.5 month, after 1.5 month, our first year students will come and join in the college campus. Then, is there
Okay, sir.
any chances of getting into this program? New entering students, first year students?
Sir, if they are interested and management is interested, then we can go ahead, sir. Because we'll be having webinars and the sessions will be going on.
Okay.
1.5 month is the time, then they can join, sir.
Okay, sir. So after 1 month also they can join.
But the schedules will be happening, sir. The training process will be in process. They can join, sir. We can have a batch if they are interested. We can start off, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. There is one query from one student. Sir, in FIO, we can know which products we can sell. Similarly, is there any platform where we can know which agricultural product we can export and can we find the customer? Yes, in FIO, FIO is the Federation for exporting products from central government. In FIO, you can register and you can get IEC through FIO. Then they will support you for any kind of products without expecting any commercial aspects. So only the registration fees has to be paid for FIO. Apart from that, if you're talking about agricultural products, I would suggest you to go for APIDA and register with APIDA. So this is a board which is dedicated for agricultural products only. And can we find the customer? Yes, you can find the customer. FIO will help you in this process, and also APIDA does. And also you'll have to put in your own efforts to find the customers. Okay, thank you. I hope I have answered your query. Yep. Any other queries or questions or suggestions are also open. Welcome.
Hi, sir. Dr. Dinesh here, head of the department, computer science.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. It was a nice presentation from your side, and it was very informative. I'd like to know with respect to the cyber security and cyber forensics, so which are the organizations are concerned, and so for probably for our own student, if we want to support for their entrepreneurship and company, so what could be the right direction and roadmap and your guidance on that?
Yes, sir. Sir, for cyber security and related to cyber security systems and the startups or anything information, what we do is when we have a common, as I mentioned, we'll be having market experts. So these things will be noted, and we'll be conducting webinars. So in webinars, expert will be talking to the students, informing them about these details.
Yes, sir.
All the guidance will be given in that session, sir.
Great. Great.
Thank you,
Great.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Sagar? Yeah, Sagar, this is Satyanarayan Raju. I work as a mentor for Nagarjuna College of Engineering and Technology.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sagar. Today your presentation is very methodical and professional, well structured, and very thought-provoking.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my question here is when we say entrepreneurship and business and anything, our students initially get scared up, thinking that making losses, we have to bring money from home, and there is no guarantee that we may be successful, and ultimately we may make loss and better go for a job.
Yes.
Even many parents comes to our college and ask only one thing, sir, my son will get a job. First question they ask. So, however, they can have a financial capability, ideas, and potential. Everything is there, but they want a job. This is a conventional thinking I'm talking about. Now,
Yes,
the workshop that you conduct and organize orientation like this really eye opener and kindle energy in students. Definitely, they will look into it to start a business, and they may get into business or they keep going. My question here is, do you have any forum or set of mentors who have gone through this phase and they are ready to mentor these particular people who jump into the business till they become stronger and start making the profits? It's not about starting the business, that has to be sustainable for a year or two. Do you have any organization who works on these lines, non-commercially, mentoring people who have started their business?
Okay. Sir, in our program from EDP, so this program starts from the orientation registration. Suppose that we'll train EDP. Then till Sayoga, we are with them until they start off their business and also run it successfully. So this program is for a longer time. So till then they will be connected with us, even if they start off their business after, say, after 6 months or 1 year, they can always contact back to us for the linkages, what I mentioned, sir. And when it comes to investment and the risk factor, what you mentioned, sir, they'll have to put in money from their pockets or borrowing from someone. For these, we will also have in the webinars, what I mentioned, sir, we'll be having webinars wherein informations will be given on how to get loans or funding from the government in different schemes. So there are so many schemes where government is lending money to the young entrepreneurs who are starting their business at a very low rate of interest, so that the risk is less. Yes, they have to repay the amount, but still the repayment of the amount is less. And without collateral, there are few loans which will be given without collaterals. So all these things will be discussed in the sessions. And we will be with the students like during the incubation till Sayoga, from Shiksha to Sayoga. Sayoga is the part what you mentioned, I guess, sir. Am I right, sir?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And Sagar, I have one more question.
Yes, sir.
And this entrepreneurship word create a buzz, and nowadays, everywhere you go, the people are talking about, and some students are very keen, they jump in without knowing depth and vigor and rigor of this particular term and the program, and suddenly they feel like, okay, entrepreneurship is not my cup of coffee, or they will drop out. But question is, do you have any questionnaire or an assessment tool wherein you will identify at least an entrepreneurship quotient to certain extent from a student, and based on the quotient, you will encourage some kind of student to the next level.
Very true, sir. Your question is very right. There are so many people who see maybe some YouTube videos or somewhere else, who are just like, okay, even I want to become like this because he has name, fame, or something else, some other factors which are like very impressive for him to follow that. But actually, they might not be having those skills or that kind of potential what you mentioned, sir. So
yes,
they'll be misleaded or misguided, or they might lead to a unfruitful situation or a day. So that situation, sir, we have that is why we are doing screenings, sir. So when I mentioned 5,000 plus students, that will be screened. Those ideas will be screened 700 clients. That will come down to 200. Those 200, we will support them. All those ideas, if we and the market experts or the jury who will attend their presentations, they feel the products will sustain for a future and they will give them a bright future, those products will be launched, sir, will be suggested to launch. Apart from that, any products which won't have a good impact on the society or the environment, or a product which might not give the students the future or what they're expecting from their business, those things will be inform them that this is not a suggestible business idea, or something which cannot be sustained for a longer time. So these suggestions will be given during the training, sir, during the Unnati phase.
Oh, I got it. Very creative idea. Very practical idea.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And when you talk about product, it could be a service also, Sagar?
Yes, sir. Service also, sir.
Service also. Thank you. Sir, thank you.
And there's one more question in the chat box. Fio asks for the name of the company and stuff while registering. Where do we need to register the company? To register in Fio, you'll have to have a GST number. Then you can register on the Fio website. On you have Fio website. You can type FIEO on Google. You'll get the Fio website. You can register there. Thank you.
Thank you, Sagar.
Thank you.
So we have Ms. Diksha and Mr. Amir who are from UNDP, and they are district community mobilizers for Bangalore Rural. Diksha and Amir, do you have any kind words for the students about the program?
Thank you, Anusha. Thank you, Sagar, for eloquently putting forth and explaining the whole process of how we'll be conducting UTPs. And I would like to thank the faculty for facilitating this session. I think this is a great first step in fostering the entrepreneurial spirit, and I hope we'll do more from here on out. Thank you, Anusha.
Thank you, Diksha.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sagar, for briefing the process. I think the queries, whatever was there, either from students or from the heads of the department, you have answered them. And we wish to have this program in place at Nagarjuna, and we would like to take it forward. So I just sincerely thank Seventh Sense People Development Solution for this. I would like to thank Mr. Vinod Prabhu for initiating this process, and Sagar for taking us through this process, and Anusha for coordinating. Thank you very much, Anusha. And I also would like to thank Diksha Gowda from representing UNDP. Thank you very much, Ms. Diksha, for being associated with this program. Thank you very much. So I would like to thank all the heads of the department, students who have been part of this program, and sincerely thank our management and our principal, Jitendra Nath Mungara, for supporting in all these endeavors. Thanks to one and all. I would be sharing the registration link to students and the faculty. I request all of them to join for this program. So thank you one and all. We'll be winding up with this session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I thank all the faculty member who have attended the session, and also the students, and also Ms. Diksha Gowda and Amil sir, and also Anisha for being here. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to brief all the students of Nagarjuna College. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sagar. Thank you.
Thank you, Amir.